Your name, address, phone number, and relatives are for sale right now. Here's how to take them down. Go ahead and search your own name online, along with your city. There's a good chance you'll find a listing with your address, your age, your phone number, and the names of your family members, all sitting on a website you never signed up for and never agreed to. That's not a leak. That's a business model. The companies behind those listings are called data brokers. A data broker is any company that collects your personal information and sells it, usually without ever having a direct relationship with you. You're not their customer. You're the product. Here's how they build that profile on you. Public records are the foundation. Things like property deeds, voter registrations, and court filings, which have always been technically public, but used to require someone physically visiting a courthouse. Now it's all scraped, combined, and indexed automatically. On top of that, brokers buy data from apps, loyalty programs, and other companies you actually do use. That weather app that asked for your location, that grocery store rewards card. Every one of those can be a data source feeding into a profile that gets bundled with your public records and sold as a package. Most people shrug this off as just creepy ads. I want to be clear, that's not really the concern here. The real risk is that anyone, for a small fee, or sometimes for free, can pull up your home address, your phone number, your relatives' names, and a rough map of your daily life. That matters for doxxing, where someone publishes your private information to intimidate or harass you. It matters for stalking, where an ex or a stranger uses a broker site to find out exactly where you live. And it matters for scam targeting, because a scammer who already knows your mother's name and your home address sounds a lot more convincing on the phone than one who's guessing. Think about the classic grandkid in trouble scam, or a fake bank call claiming to verify your identity. Those scams work because they sound like they already know you. And a lot of that knowing you isn't hacking. It's just a $10 broker report the scammer bought legally an hour earlier. Here's the good news. You can push back on this, and you don't need to be technical to do it, because privacy laws in several states already require brokers to offer an opt-out. Let's start with Whitepages, one of the largest and most visible. Search your name on whitepages.com, find your listing, and copy that page's URL. Scroll to the bottom of the page and look for a link labeled "Remove my information" or similar, usually in small text in the footer. Whitepages will ask you to paste in that listing URL and confirm your identity, sometimes by phone rather than email. Follow the verification step exactly as instructed, and note that removal can take several days to fully process, so don't panic if your listing is still there tomorrow morning. Next is Spokeo. Find your profile the same way, by searching your name and city. At the bottom of your listing, click Privacy, then look for Remove My Information on the page that follows. You'll paste in your profile URL, enter an email address for verification, and complete a CAPTCHA. Check your inbox, including spam, for a confirmation link, and click it to finalize the removal. Skipping that email step is the single most common reason people think they removed themselves and didn't. BeenVerified works a little differently since it's subscription-based, but the opt-out is still free and doesn't require you to sign up for anything. Go to BeenVerified.com. Use their opt-out search page directly rather than the main search bar, and locate your specific listing by name and state. Submit the removal request, verify through email the same way as the others, and expect a similar multi-day processing window. Between these three sites, you've now covered a huge share of what shows up when someone Googles your name. Here's the honest trade-off. If you only did the big 5 broker sites, Whitepages, Spokeo, BeenVerified, True People Search, and Fast People Search, you've handled maybe 3 to 5 hours of work and knocked out the highest traffic listings. Handling all the smaller, second-tier brokers manually can run 40 to 80 hours because there are genuinely hundreds of these sites. That's exactly the gap paid removal services fill. Services in the Delete Me style scan hundreds of broker sites on your behalf, file the requests for you, and keep checking back every few months, since brokers frequently relist your information after a rescrape of public records. My honest take after 30+ years of doing this professionally: DIY the big 5 yourself today. It's free and takes an afternoon. Then decide on a paid service based on your time, not your fear. A public-facing job or simply not wanting a recurring quarterly chore is reason enough to pay for it. Now here's the part almost nobody talks about, and it matters more than which sites you pick. A UC Irvine study published in July 2026 sent real deletion and opt-out requests to every reachable broker registered in California and tracked what actually happened. The result? Response rates across both deletion and opt-out requests landed somewhere between 26 and 38%. That means the majority of requests got no confirmation, no denial, nothing, leaving the requester with zero idea whether their data actually got removed or just quietly ignored. That's why "I submitted the form" isn't the finish line. Verifying is. After a week or two, search your name and city again exactly the way you did at the start of this video on the same search engine and see if the listing is gone or still live. If it's gone, good, but set a calendar reminder to check again in 3 months because brokers frequently re-scrape public records and rebuild listings from scratch. If it's still there after a couple weeks, resubmit the request. And if a broker ignores you twice, that's useful information about which company to prioritize for a paid service instead. There's a real structural fix coming, at least for California residents. The state's delete request and opt-out platform, called Drop, lets you file a single deletion request that's supposed to reach every registered broker at once, instead of hunting down each site individually. Starting August 1st, 2026, participating brokers are legally required to check that platform and act on pending requests, with real financial penalties for brokers that blow past the deadline, the first requirement of its kind in the country that puts actual teeth behind the word compliance. If you're in California, use Drop alongside the manual opt-outs, not instead of them, since not every broker is registered there yet. And if you're anywhere else in the US, everything else in this video applies to you exactly the same way, since there's no federal equivalent yet. Start today with just the big 5. Search your name, follow the 4 opt-out flows I walked through, and put a reminder on your calendar for 3 months from now to check again. That alone puts you ahead of most people who've never done this once. In a future video, I'll review services you can use to automate the process. If this saved you from a scam call that sounded a little too well-informed, subscribe. That's exactly the kind of quiet protection this channel is built around. Drop a comment with which broker site surprised you the most when you searched your own name. I read every one. Thanks for watching. Stay secure out there.